Hey guys, it's me Josh again with back with Movies for Nerds. And today I'm going to go take you through my whole Blu-Ray collection, every single one of them. So if you guys want a drink, something to eat, or because you're going to be here for a while, I've got so many of these. So anyway guys, I'll start with Back to the Future trilogy. And I love how shiny it is, this one. It's just one of those classic movies that you just... It's a popcorn flick to me. It's like, it has that charisma about it. Like, if you want to go back to the 80s, watch that. And the next one, guys, is a recent one. That's My Boy. And this is a funny film. I thought it was a pretty, fucked up at the end, but overall, that's what Adam Sandberg and Adam Sandler are made of. They love to twist shit a bit. So, but overall, pretty fun movie. So definitely, if you haven't checked that out, check it out if you're into that sort of shit. Next one this is sort of a Pulse buy. I'd never seen it at the time, and I liked number 1 and number 2, but this one really disappointed me. If anything, I'd get rid of this one in a heartbeat. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwreck, and enough said about that. I don't really like that. This one was actually Heath Ledger's last movie. Everyone thinks it's The Dark Knight. It actually wasn't. He got halfway through this one, and then they had to change it with Orlando Bloom and Johnny Depp, and that is The Imaginarium of Dr. Panosius. And this was a really bizarre movie, but at first I thought it was sort of a Tim Burton weird, crazy movie, but it actually isn't Tim Burton, although it does end up starring Johnny Depp because he's made for those sort of movies. But overall, guys, if you haven't seen this one, check it out. It's awesome. Next one is sort of a guilty pleasure. I always loved the cartoon, and it's a fun movie. It's definitely funny to like. It's just overall funny. But I don't like telling people I own it, and that is the Three Stooges. And it's funny. They do play them very well, better than I thought it was going to be. It was one of those movies that you don't buy straight away. You want to know what it's made of first, and then you'll buy it. But other than that, Three Stooges is pretty funny. The next is, I love this movie. If you ever want a movie in your collection that has that repeat factor where you can just keep watching them over and over and over and over again, I can watch this literally 100 times a year and not even know I've watched it that many times. And it is Couples Retreat. And what can I say? It has some top actors. Like you've got Vince Vaughn, Jason Bateman. It's got great actors. Like I don't need to go through all the names and stuff, but it is an awesome film, and I think it is very underrated, which I don't understand why, considering that it is an awesome movie and it has top actors. Yet it's not very spoken about. But other than that, guys, it is an awesome movie. It's Couples Retreat. The next one I got is So I Married an Axe Murderer. This is very, very underrated. If you love Austin Powers and you love Mike Myers, you're going to love this movie. It's basically, he always makes up a reason to dump a girl that he's dating. And this one, he said he wasn't going to do it again, and he's done making up excuses, and then he dates this chick. And his excuse is she's an axe murderer. She kills people, her husbands to be, or her husbands, and all his friends are just like, you're an idiot. You're trying to make up an excuse again. And in the end, it's a big twist. You got to watch it. If you love Austin Powers, check that out. So I Married an Axe Murderer. Next one it's from Disney. I won't say much about this one. It's very popular. It came out recently. I'll just show you it, and then I'll move on to the next one. It's Tangled. The next one is a classic by Jim Carrey. It is The Mask. Don't need to say much about this one. It's just, everyone knows The Mask. Everyone knows Jim Carrey as The Mask. Love it. Awesome movie. Next one is No Strings Attached. This one is with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. And it is an all-round funny movie. I love this movie. It is a great movie. It's definitely one of my favourites of his, even though he's got so many like I love that 70s show and all that, but definitely you can tell he was a great actor to begin with, except now that he's playing Two and a Half Men. You can't overtake Charlie Sheen. Can't overtake him. Okay, guys, the next one is, I'll just show you all three of them. I'll show you all my collections when I have them. It is Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 was, it's not number 1, is it? That's number 1. Number 1 was amazing. Number 2 was awesome. Number 3 was, it continued it on. It wasn't my favourite. I still think number 1 is the best. But number 3 is, I can still watch it. It's Johnny Depp, like, best actor ever. You can't be disappointed with his work ever. To me, anyway. The next one is another Johnny Depp / Tim Burton film. And that is Edward Scissorhands. It's enough said. You don't need to hear much more about that. The next one is another Steven Spielberg. And guys, if he's accountant, tell me how many Steven Spielberg movies I have, because I really don't know. So if you're counting, let me know. Next one is, as I said, Steven Spielberg, Gremlins. This is a great movie, and you might not know this, but I'm a big fan of Corey Feldman as well, and actually Corey Haim, the Corey brothers. So it was good to see his face in it, and yeah, the Gremlins. Next one is this. I picked up for $5, so I bought it. Hadn't seen number 1, hadn't seen number 2, still haven't seen this one. It's open season 3. Can't say much about it. Haven't seen it. The next ones are Men in Black 1, 2, and 3. Number 1 is awesome. Number 2 I love, but not as much as number 1, even though it has Johnny Knoxville in it. I thought that was. And another one, I don't have it on Blu-ray, guys. If you love Johnny Knoxville and you haven't seen it, check out The Ringer. Hilarious. And number 3, I reckon by far the best. You know, just my opinion. Another movie I have here. This is funny to me. I don't think it's a big hit everywhere, but they have seasons out, and now America's trying to copy it. Nah. Failed with Kath and Kim. You have some of the best shows. America is amazing and has some of the best shows. But when something is Aussie made, leave it at that. Like Kath and Kim, try to remake it, you can't. Some Height Thai, We Can Be Heroes, Angry Boys, now Jamae Private School Girl, they're all Australian. Obviously they won't touch Chris Lilly stuff. And yeah, just, this is an England and a British movie, and that is the In-Betweeners. And yeah, they are going to make they have made an American version of the In-Betweeners, exactly the same name, trying to palm off these characters, same names, everything, Will, and no, you just can't do it. Next one is a very underrated movie, very funny to me, and I love it. It's Zack and Miri Make a Porno. And this is another Seth Rogen movie, makes some of the funniest shit in the world. And he's recently made This Is the End, which I've seen and I loved. I love their sense of humour. Anytime that you want to push that bar and just, you know, some pit companies go, no, we're not doing that. It's too edgy. It's too full on. It's too messed up. Seth Rogen just goes, screw you, I'm doing it. Next one is John Travolta and Robin Williams, and that is Old Dogs. This is it's a fun movie. I was really surprised when I found out that it was Disney that picked this movie up, because I kind of didn't think that this would be a Disney movie. Like, there is no swearing, and it is exactly like a Disney movie, even though a lot of the Disney stars are becoming pretty hipsy-daisy these days. The next one is Grown Ups. Funny movie. This is the best. I reckon you just put literally 5 of the best actors in a movie and they killed it. Like, you can't complain. Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider. I was very disappointed to see in number 2 that Rob Schneider wasn't in it. I wanted to see where him and his old lady relationship went on with, and wouldn't mind seeing that toupee again. But other than that, great movie. Number 2, watchable, not the best. And why'd you put Taylor Lautner in it, honestly? Disney The Muppets. I've been meaning to pick up the steelbook of this, but I haven't seen a price that I really want yet. and I'm not gonna spend $60 on a steelbook of the Muppets. Just not gonna happen. I'm a fan, but not that big of a fan. The next one is it is with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman. It's The Change Up. Very, very underrated movie. It is about two guys that are friends. They live different lives. One's married. One's a bit of a player, and just wants to get with girls, and overall, it's sort of like Freaky Friday. If you've seen Freaky Friday, it's like that, except you piss in a water fountain. The next ones are The Lord of the Rings, and yeah, this is 1, 2, and 3. It's Return of the King, which is obviously number 3, I think. The Two Towers and The Fellowship of the Ring. So it just, I wanted to get the box set, but I'm really not fussed on. I don't really want the extended cuts. Like everyone goes, oh, if you love Lord of the Rings, get the extended cuts. I really couldn't care less. It's Lord of the Rings to me, and I couldn't care about watching more special features on these movies. And the next ones are, and don't judge me, I have a girlfriend, I've had her for 4 years, and she's got me into them. I watched the first one a while ago, I did not like it, and then just over time, she just picked me up, just like I've made her watch certain movies. She ended up suckering me into it, and it's all the Twilights. I won't keep going into that, because I know I'm going to get judged. The next ones are, I love these movies. I grew up watching them. I know a lot of people that were born in the 1994s and that, and you know, grew up watching these movies. It was sort of a tradition to me. Every year it would come out, I'd go see it with my family. I never missed one, and I've reviewed it. Pretty sure I reviewed it in another one of my videos. So check that out if you haven't seen it. And it's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows Part 1, and we've got Deathly Hallows Part 2, which is in 3D, Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. So it's those ones. The next one is another Adam Sandler one. It's Click. It's basically a remote that fast forwards, shuts people up on mute when you don't want to hear them speak, and in the end, fucks up your life. The next one is one of my favourites of Tom Cruise, and I know everyone's going to think, oh, Top Gun is one of the best ones. It is good, but I still reckon in his teen years, this is still a top one, and it's Risky Business. Picked this up for like $2, so I couldn't complain, and it was brand new when I picked it up, still in its ceiling and everything, so I couldn't complain for that, and it is a good movie. So the next one is, people think it isn't, it's a new series, but I sort of see it as a Lord of the Rings, it's number 4 sort of thing, but you know, you can judge for yourself, and it's The Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey, and I'm pretty sure it was expected, but, and yeah, so that's a great movie. It really pissed me off when I bought this one, because I bought it and it came with a little Lego man, which I didn't give a fuck about that. I spent $50 for it. I bought this probably, thinking 4 months ago now, and came home to watch it, hadn't watched it, I had to end up borrowing it from a friend, and yeah, I bought it, came back, took the sleeve cover off, stupid moron didn't fucking take the lock code off, so it's been sitting here with the lock on ever since. It's been actually a few days where I've wanted to watch this again, because my mate had it on DVD and I want to see it on Blu-ray, and it has certain special features on this that a DVD doesn't, and I can't watch it. I've been meaning to take it in, but I don't want to walk into the store, go, can you unlock this, where's your receipt, and I fucking get tackled by a security guard, they rip it out of my hands, and I'm sitting there going, I bought it. And the next one is Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston, you know, the movie I'm obviously talking about, Along Came Polly. Basically, he marries a slut that fucks some weird hippie dude, and then she comes along, and he does what he does in Meet the Parents and fucks everything up, but still ends up getting her. The next one is, you probably guys haven't seen it in a while. It's Martin Short and what's her name again? Mara Wilson and Kathleen Turner, and it is A Simple Wish. Basically, I watched this when I was growing up. A lot of movies mean stuff to me. They don't have to mean anything to you, but to me, these movies have a place in my heart, because when you grow up with something, one day, you know, you're going to have a meltdown and you're going to want to watch these movies and remember they're basically a home video but not of you, because you grew up with these, watching these, and these were the best times of your life, pretty much. The next one is Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston, and that is The Breakup. It hasn't been opened yet, I haven't watched it yet, but I find this to be a very, very funny movie, very underrated, and overall it is one of my favourite Vince Vaughn movies, besides Couples Retreat. The next one is Due Date, and what can I say, like, it's sort of a, not really a knockoff of The Hangover, but it is along the lines of, I still see him as his character in The Hangover. I just can't take him out of that character and put him into another character without seeing that character. It's just, but anyway guys, it's Due Date, which is Iron Man, and when Iron Man meets Hangover. And the next one is another Seth Rogen film, and it is Pineapple Express, where James Franco plays the sickest druggie in the world, and he's just a fun, good movie. Definitely check it out, which most of you probably have. The next ones are, I won't go into these, they're a very common movie. It is Transformers 1, 2, and 3. I won't say the names, you know what they are, just say 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, just number 1 was the best. You know, we weren't really introduced to robots smashing the fuck out of each other, but when you do see it, it was awesome. Number 2 was acceptable. Number 3 was give me more money. Alright, the next ones are, I want number 1 of this, but I actually can't get it. Australia hasn't released it. America, I found out, has, and I probably will pick it up. And it is The Hangover, Guantanamo Bay. Just an all-around funny movie. You know, Neil Patrick Harris, John Cho, and Carl Penn. Just, in my personal opinion, this beats The Hangover any day. It's just, isn't this kind of gay? No, I ain't gay. You're the one sucking my dick. Cock meat sandwich. It's the prison. You got to check it out. Hilarious. Plus, I'm so down for the bottomless party. Epic choice. Except for when the dude gets out of the bath. That was disturbing. The next one is Harold and Kumar 3D, and it's the Harold and Kumar, obviously, Christmas, and it's just another great movie. I find it ironic that they brought Neil Patrick Harris back from the dead. You know, it's Christmas. Let's give Neil Patrick Harris back. You know, we'll bring him alive for the Christmas spirit. And my favourite scene in this is when the Coke goes up in the air and the baby, and they come out and they're off their heads and they're clay animations, and the big snowman's coming down and they're holding the tree, and that's when Roldy and I forget the other guy's name. They're two friends from all the series. And that's when, yeah, they come along and they're like looking at them like idiots. And the next one is, or the next 3 are another guilty pleasure. I love these movies. Loved them from the beginning. Me and my partner broke up for a while, got back together. I went and saw this one just as a cheap. There was nothing else on. We wanted to go see a movie. We were trying to sort things out. We thought going to see a movie would be nice. I watched it, I enjoyed it, and ever since we watched them together. And it is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, 1, 2, and 3, Roger's Rules, and Dog Days. And you know, I don't feel sad when I watch these. I just feel like that's what school should have been like. It never was, but it was just a great, you know, like, school was never like that. School was shit. Alright, the next one is, I bought one of these on eBay. I got sent two, which, give them to me, I don't care. And I didn't think I was going to like this. I thought it was just going to be, just an animation, another one of those movies that you put away and can't watch again. But I actually really enjoyed this one. And I was very surprised. And the quality of it is definitely, check it out if you, this is pure HD. Obviously all animations are, crystal clear. And that is Rise of the Guardians. Obviously, I said I got 2 copies for some reason. Right. And yeah, definitely check it out. I didn't think it was going to be. Actually, I just thought it was an animation at first, and then I realised it was all the holiday characters. It was the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Jack Frost, Tooth Fairy, and the next one is, I've got number 1 here somewhere. I don't know. We'll find it eventually, and it's Smoking Aces 2. Find it very weird, just like Death Race. It's definitely interesting, but overall, people love it. I wasn't that fussed. The next one is Footloose. And yeah, this is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought, how are you going to beat the first one? Obviously, they're just following the same lines as the first one. It's exactly the same, except they've modded it up to our generation. Next one is, as I was talking with these other movie, Risky Business, and I said people are going to debate me. I do own it. I do love it, and it's Top Gun. Enough said. The next one is, I've got to hurry this up, guys. You're probably getting annoyed. The next one is Yes Man, Jim Carrey. It's basically, he's a downer. He doesn't love his life. His friends are starting to hate on him because he's just a bore and he doesn't want to do anything with them. And then basically he gets this weird guy rocking up out the front of his work one day, and he chucks a rock through the bank and gives him a pamphlet and says, go see this thing, you downer. And then he goes, sees it, and he comes out, a bum's there. Yes Man is basically, he has to say yes to everything in his life, even when it's stupid and he wants to say no. Just live a little. The next one is, as I said, I own Smoking Aces. This is part 1. This is the first movie. As I said, I'm not really fussed on it. The next one is Abduction, and let's just say my girlfriend owns this one. I own it, but I'm not fussed on it. And it was good, but I'm just, yeah, it's Abduction. The next one is The Day the Earth Stood Still. I think it was the first time I ever got introduced to Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son. And he had his little afro. He didn't have his braids at the time, but overall it was I watched it when I was a bit younger and I was a bit spaced out. I came back, watched it on Blu-ray, and I understood it. And good movie. The next one is, I reviewed this before, and it is a very messed up movie, and the end made me kind of want to put a gun in my head and shoot myself because they got away. And it is The Strangers. The whole plot is pretty much, these 2 people get married, they're in a honeymoon house, like where you go and stay away, and these 3 creeps sort of chase them around for a whole hour, and then the end result is, I'll let you watch and find out. Tell me if you guys have seen that and what you thought of it, because I watched it the first time and I was really pissed off, and then I watched it again and I didn't feel as pissed off, but it was just, I found the whole thing just, they were trying to give that suspense of them like running around, the whole point was wait till morning, then I'll let you find out. Next one is Russell Brand, and it is Arthur, another remake of the first one, and I think the first one with the original character made a number 2 as well, I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to that, and yeah, it's Arthur. The next one is, I would like the other ones. I find them very, very funny. Like, sort of a movie that I find funny, but at the same time I find very ridiculous, and at the same time I find very gross, gruesome, and cool. And it is Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginning. And yeah, it's a good movie. It's pretty much, it's cannibals. And so fucking noise. The next one is an Adam Sandler movie, and you're gonna die from H2O. And it is Waterboy. And this is just the funniest movie. I love this movie. It has a repeat factor of, I could watch this 100 times in a day probably. It is just so funny. It is so Adam Sandler does great in it, and you don't like girls. Girls are the devil. It's just, it's really funny. The next one is actually, that's funny. This is the 100% opposite. It is based on a true story. It is pretty much pedophile. It got tears to my eyes. That is for sure. And it is a 100% true story. It's played by Angelina Jolie, and John Malkovich, I think his name is. I'm not sure. I hadn't seen him in many movies before, but I just cut to the chase. It's Changeling. And if you guys haven't seen that and you like true stories and stuff like that, like The Lovely Bones, and you're gonna like this. It is sad. Just remember that. The next one is another Ashton Kutcher. This one was Cameron Diaz. You know what it is straight away. It is What Happens in Vegas. Great movie, funny. The next one is another Adam Sandler. Also, guys, if you're watching this and you're counting how many I've got, also tell me if you've been counting how many Adam Sandler movies I have, and Johnny Depp, because I love those two actors, and I should have a lot of them. The next one is Don't Mess with Zohan. Very funny movie, very underrated now. It came out, everyone was talking about it, and then it just disappeared. The next one is Faster with Dwayne Johnson and Billy Bob Thornton. And Faster is pretty much a guy that his brother something happens to his brother, and then he wants to kill the assholes that did it to them. And yeah, so the next one is awesome. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. Everyone owns this in the collection. Every review you see when people do their movie collection, everyone has this, and it is Inception. I do want the steelbook of this. I haven't got it yet. I haven't come around to it yet. I have been a bit tight with money lately, so I haven't obviously gotten it yet. But yeah, it is Inception, and it's a great film, obviously. The next one is Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2, and yeah, it's Robbie Downey Jr. I prefer him in Iron Man, but these are good movies. I've been meaning to see the series of this now, like Sherlock Holmes as a TV series, but I haven't really gotten into it yet. I've been too caught up with other TV shows and trying to get ahead for next year when the other seasons come out. You will see what I'm talking about soon. I have 3 favourite TV shows, and they overrule all these movies. They are amazing. It shows how much television is overrunning movies these days. And next one I'll just cut to the chase with these. If you guys do see something that interests you, let me know, and I will do a review on it, and I'll let you know what I thought of it and if it's worth watching. But it all depends on what you like in the end. This might give you some ideas of movies that you might want to get. And yeah, it's the Family Guy, all 3 Star Wars movies. You know, the Something Dark Side Guy, Family Guy to Trap, Blue Harvest. The next one is, or sort of I include them all, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Captain America, Thor, and of course the Avengers with all of them in it. I'm really looking forward to the Avengers 2. I think it's bullshit that it's coming out in 2015. Why don't you just make it now and give it to us next year? I'm over the waiting of TV shows and movies. Just, if we love it and it's making you money, just do it, honestly. Over the anticipation of waiting to know what's happening, you know, just let us know. We make you use the money by buying all these. And the next one is Hangover 1 and 2. Number 1 is awesome. Number 2, I still enjoy. Number 3 is, I like it. I reckon number 3 is good. Chow is obviously in it a lot more. I never piss myself in the cinemas when the bus drives past and Chow's just sitting there all of a sudden with his sombrero hat. He's just like, give me a kiss. Fun. I hurt myself today. How we just start singing. Oh, funniest actor, eh? The next one is coming up to Christmas. I've got some Christmas movies here. I'll just show you them. The Polar Express on Blu-ray. Obviously they all are. Why the fuck did I say that? Elf. got the steelbook coming to this, guy, so I'll show you a review on it. I don't think they've ever made a steelbook before, but I have pre-ordered it, and it has been delivered. It came out on 4th of November, so it should be here by next week. The next one is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Fucking epic movie. I love Jim Carrey. I really didn't think he was going to do well when I was younger, but he killed it. Next one is, I haven't seen this yet, and if you guys have seen it and it's crap, let me know. And it's After Christmas, as you can see there. I only paid $5 for it, so I don't really care. The next one is, I don't have number 1, number 2, and number 3 because I have been waiting to get them on Steelbook. I don't want to spend $40. That's what they're advertised at right now, and I don't want to spend that much money. And but I do have the 4th one, and it's Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And yeah, it's a good movie. I'm not fussed on Mission Impossibles. I do kind of enjoy them every now and then, but I can take it or leave it. And the Steelbooks I do like, so I probably will get eventually. The Green Lantern, I won't talk about that much. In Time, it's Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried. And yeah, I like this movie. I thought the concept of it was actually very well thought of. All these years we've lived with movies, and no one's ever made a concept like this where you pay with your life. And so, man, I love that we have money. Fuck that. Imagine giving up 1 year of your life. Oh yeah, I'm 60 years old. I'd probably only just take a fucking chunk of my life away. It's cool. Fuck that. The next one is Rambo 1 and the last one, number 4. And which they just called Rambo. I don't know why they didn't give it a name for it, because we could just, well, I guess not, First Blood, Rambo. But yeah, I got those, and then I ended up, it's pointless in having these, because you'll see along the way. Next one is Russell Crowe, amazing movie. I want the steelbook of this as well, but I'm waiting for the special edition one. I have heard that they're going to make a new steelbook of this, so I am holding off for it. And it is Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Amazing movie. Just makes you want to be a badass and live back in these days and just fight tigers and shit in the fucking... But be him. If I got in there with a fucking little sword and a shield, I'd be straight away. Next one is, I watched literally 40 minutes of this, and then I had a headache because I hate reading. And it is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and it is the part 1 of the Millennium. And yeah, I hated reading it. I want to get the American version, because at least then I can actually understand the fucking English. The next one is Fright Night. This is the remake with... Who has it got in it? It's got that kid from Alpha Dogs with Justin Timberlake and how the fuck do I forget his name, man? I love the other actor. Oh, Hurst. I forget his name. From Laws of Dogtown, Speed Racer. Man, I'm really not good right now. I think it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm just out of it. But yeah, it has him in it, the kid that they take up on top of the hill, and Justin Timberlake. Yeah, the thing that puts them all in jail. Yeah. It's Fright Night. The next one is Get Him to the Greek with Russell Brand and Jonah Hill. Funny movie. I love this movie. Sorry guys, my legs just fucking numb as shit. Funniest movie. I just couldn't stop laughing, and it got 5 stars, so that says it all. This year's Hangover, except this. Can't really judge between the Hangover and this. This was a good laugh though. I did enjoy this, and I love it. So the next one is Disturbia. It's basically, there's a dickhead old man killer that lives across the street. No one believes him, and he's on house arrest for things that you need to watch the movie to see. The next one is the whole Nightmare on Elm Street collection. And yeah, I love the Nightmare on Elm Street, so I'm not going to complain. I wish that they included a Nightmare... I wish they included Freddy vs. Jason in this, like they did with the Friday the 13th collection, because it is Freddy as well, Freddy Krueger, so I don't understand why we didn't get that, but I do have it on DVD, I'm pretty sure, yeah I do, right here. I do have it on DVD, but I do want it on Blu-ray. I want to see the transformation difference. But other than that, great movies, and I love them. The next one is the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Basically, gives you a little bit more in depth of how Freddy Krueger is a fucking pedophile. Next one is From Paris with Love. Let me know what you think of it. It is still sealed. I haven't given the coronas to actually watch this yet, and I don't know if I'm going to. Like, I can't see John Travolta all bulked up with a bald head and find that interesting. It doesn't faze me. The Devil. This is basically 4 people trapped in an elevator, and one of them is the devil. Watch it to find out. I'm just going to basically speed race through these guys because I have so many more still, and I just want to pump through these. The next one is Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. These are the remakes, and 4, 5, and 6. These are the originals. So they're the prequels, and they're the originals. And basically, yeah, I didn't get the extended cuts again, guys. I don't really care about extended cuts, so you know, it doesn't faze me. But yeah, that is. I love these movies. Star Wars, I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I'm not a big Star Trek fan. I actually, don't shoot me, I don't like any of those new Star Trek movies. I'm not fussed on them. I hated it ever since I saw that kid in the car of the very first one, and I watched it. I just couldn't buy into it. I didn't like it. And lightsabers kick ass. The next one is Dead Silence. And it's basically a really fucking creepy woman. And a little boy blabbers his mouth in the fucking audience as she's doing a little puppet show. And he's saying, I am a real boy. And then basically the kid goes missing. They cut this bitch's tongue out and they kill her. And then she comes back. And if you scream when you see her, your tongue gets cut off. So don't scream when you watch it. The next one is Final Destination. And this is the 4th one. And I think this one, I'm not sure. Pretty sure this is the one where it's the cars. I'm pretty sure. Don't hold me to it. Let me know if it is. I'm pretty sure. I haven't opened it yet. I saw it a while back. I haven't seen it since. I know that this one that I have next is the bridge one, where the construction site working on the bridge. And he sees it on the school bus. I actually enjoyed them. I hope that they keep making them because I don't see them it's sort of like a saw. You can make them and make them and make them and make them. The whole phrase of it is, you're gonna die. And the next one is Australia. I'm not sure. I live in Australia, so if you guys over there in America do actually watch this movie, let me know. And it has Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman. I'm pretty sure, yeah, both of them are Australian actors, so it doesn't surprise you there. The next one is Waterworld. Very good movie. When I was a little kid, I watched this movie, and I was probably 13, 14. I was going through my puberty stage, and I saw the girl get naked on the boat, and I instantly loved this movie. And then I watched it when I was older, and I actually did love the movie. Doesn't take much back then to love a movie. See a pair of boobies or a side nipple, and you love it. The next one is a great movie, and it is The Shawshank Redemption. It is an amazing movie. I think everyone owns this in their collection. I do want the steelbook of this again, but I am going to wait for a new release of the steelbook. Fingers crossed that they make it, because I find the other one very plain and very doesn't strike me to want to spend $40 that they want for it for that steelbook when I already own it. But yeah, guys, that's The Shawshank Redemption. This is Hancock with Will Smith. Basically, he's a drunken superhero. I Am Legend. Basically, the world has come to an end. It's sort of like a World War Z, but it isn't. It isn't like that at all. Why did I say that? But basically, he's alongside of his dog. Zombies are around, and yeah, Will Smith, good movie. Another Will Smith movie. It is I, Robot. Basically, a robot that gets out of control. He's a cop, or not a cop, but he's like a fuck it. I don't really care. And then the next one is Drive. Ryan Gosling. Oh my god, what is wrong with me tonight? Basically, heaps of action, not many words. Everyone said that they love it. I hated it. I didn't hate it, but definitely won't be watching it for a few more years. I find it very boring, and The Notebook kicks ass, and this doesn't. The next one is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I find this one very more entertaining than the old ones. I do have one of the old ones, and I have watched it recently, and it made me piss myself laughing in tears. The way that the monkeys talk. They're basically people in a mask of makeup doing monkey voices, like speaking in a monkey. You just can't not laugh at it. It's hilarious. The next one is a 3-movie pack. I haven't opened it yet. And it is Horton, Here's a Who, Ice Age, and Robots. And yeah, just, once again, just another cartoon sort of movies. They are good. I do love them. But I mainly bought it for Horton, Here's a Who. Because companies, I don't know why they do it, and it's really stupid. But they tend to put 3-movie packs or 2-movie packs less at a less price than the original movie by itself. So basically they're making you buy 3 movies in a pack instead of buying the original movie for cheaper. So it's just stupid. It's like, well, the Horton Hears a Who by itself should be $5 if that pack is $12. You get 3 movies in that, and you get 1 movie. Why is the Horton Hears a Who by itself $25 and that $12? It doesn't make any sense. The next one is King Kong. I do want to get the digibook of this. I do double dip a lot in my movies. So, yeah, it's King Kong. Everyone loves that movie. Jack Black. And the next one is Forget It, Sarah Marshall, Knocked Up, and The 40-Year-Old Virgin. It's another 3-pack. And picked this up for a good deal. I already had Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I did want Knocked Up, and I did want 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I just got Forgetting Sarah Marshall again. So, and the next one I got, guys, is Real Steel. It's another Hugh Jackman, and to be completely honest, I watched 25 minutes of this, and then I fell asleep, and I haven't watched it since. I woke up like 6 hours later, and the main menu was on the menu reel. I turned my TV off, and the pictures drilled into my TV. I was like, Devo. A trick, guys, if your plasma ever does drill a picture into it, get a USB, go on the internet or Google or something, go images, click black page, and it will just be a black thing. Plug it into your USB slot in the back of your TV or in your Blu-ray player or whatever. Click on that image, walk away for a couple of hours, come back, and then it will drill that image into your TV, and then it's like it never happened. Next one is, no one really knows of this. It has Kimbo Slice, which everyone knows started on YouTube, and he got kicked from MMA because he wasn't actually a professional fighter. He's just a big, buff, bearded dude. And it's Circle of Pain. Next one is Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, the double pack. And number 1 is awesome. Number 2 was a lot of fun, but still doesn't quite beat number 1. That's why at Movie World here in Brisbane, number 1 is always played in the Spooky Coaster. The next one is the Tim Burton collection. It's the pack, and it contains the Beetlejuice and Sweeney Todd, which is one of my favourite musicals ever. I find it just, and well, I was really amazed when I saw what's his name? Sacha Baron. I forget his name. Do I have his movies? No, I don't. Well, anyway, guys, the guy from Bruno and Borat, he's actually in this, and he's the barber that he actually, has a shaving battle against, and yeah, it's a really good movie. And the next one is Corpse Bride, so that is the Tim Burton collection. And then the next one, I picked this up thinking it was the actual new Conan the Barbarian, because I didn't know much about the new one. And I found out it was the crappy Arnold Schwarzenegger one, and I could not stop laughing on how stupid this was. I wanted to shoot my TV. And that is Conan the Barbarian. The next one is Jack Reacher. Still haven't seen it yet. Let me know what you think of it. The next one is starring Kristen Stewart as Snow White and Chris Hemsworth as the Hunter, and it's Snow White and the Huntsman. Great movie. I did enjoy it. I heard somewhere that they didn't make enough to make another one, and I kind of don't see how they were going to make another one, but overall I did enjoy it, and if they do make number 2, I don't care, bring it on, I'll enjoy it. The next one is, if you don't know this about me, I am a huge shark. I'm scared of sharks. I hate sharks. I don't go in the ocean. I don't swim in the ocean. I am terrified by sharks. And I've recently just found out my parents just bought a jet ski and they want me to get my license, and I'm going to go out and on it. But I'm scared what's below me, and I will scream like a bitch if I see anything jump out of that water. Like a fish, I scream. I hate sharks. And it is The Reef, and it is actually based on a true story. And basically, this shark is fucking hungry. The next one is, I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but I love this movie, and it is the perfect definition of what they named it, the title of this movie, and it is called Savages. And it has John Travolta, it has Taylor Kitsch in it, Blake Lively, Aaron Johnson, and John Travolta, as I said, John Travolta. Yeah, it's a good movie. I watched this and I wasn't expecting much, and when I was finished with it, I actually watched it again with someone else I didn't know, and I loved it even more. So it is a good movie. Definitely check out Savages if you haven't seen it. Oh, guys, my legs. The next one is I Am Number 4. Great movie. You know, concept of it is good. The way that they ended this, it is due for a sequel. I don't know when they're going to make it, considering that this came out in, I'm not sure, where the fuck is the date? Alright, well, it came out, let's just say, 4 years ago, and they have not made a sequel to it. And if you watch the end of this, guys, and you have seen it, it is going to be another one. The way they left it off, he needs to go find the other members of his group, and where the fuck is he gone? Did he die along the process of making the other movie? What happened? Did he find out all the numbers are dead and just go, alright, let's not make this movie, guys? I am waiting for the other one, so where the fuck is it? The next one is an all-time favorite, funniest movie, and it has one of my favorite actors in it, and it is Death of a Funeral. And this movie is just, I never thought I could find a funeral funny, ever. Like, ever. A funeral is a sad, upsetting state. And when I first thought this, I thought, Death at a Funeral, it's going to be a sad movie. I saw the front cover, and there's a naked dude sitting in the chair, and fucking, what's his name? Tyrion Lannister is sitting on the fucking seat to the left. If you don't know that, I'll show you what I'm talking about soon, by Tyrion Lannister. And, yeah, I was just like, what? Like, these guys, what the fuck? And I watched it, and I could not stop laughing. Basically, the short guy, the midget, comes in, and he's bribing the sons that he's his lover, and he has photo proof evidence that he is sleeping with their dad, that is the one that's dead. And it's just, it goes mayhem after that. And the next one is The Vampire's Assistant, and it is a very funny movie, and it has, where is he? It has Josh Hutcherson, so definitely check that out. The next one is Vacancy. Basically, the car breaks down, they go to a place, the mechanic isn't there till morning, they have to rent a motel, they go in, they find out that there's a video cassette in the TV, because none of the TV channels work, they find out that it's a horror film, then they realise it's not a fucking horror film, it is people getting killed on the bed that they're laying on, and then they try and leave, and they see people coming at them with fucking guns, and it's mayhem. Next one is The Unborn, and this kid is creepy, that's all I'm going to say. The next one is Silence of the Lambs. This movie is fucked. I would not want to be in this guy's it is messed up. Basically, this girl is in the bottom of a well inside his house, sort of, and he's a guy that wants to be a girl, and he puts the lotion on the skin. It's funny, guys. Well, it's not funny, but yeah, definitely check it out. It's a must-have for all those horror fans. Next one is The Kingdom. I'm not going to say much about it. I don't know much about it. The next one is Tekken, based on the video game Tekken, and it is actually very good. I know it doesn't sound like it would be good, but it actually is. The next one I have not seen, so once again, can't talk about. I own a lot of movies I haven't seen, and it is Russell Crowe in Master and Commander. Basically, it's before land existed, I'm pretty sure, of what I've heard of it, and it's based on a boat the whole time. The next one is basically a drug movie. I had been wanting to watch this for a while. I just haven't got around to it, and it's Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. It's basically a British movie about drugs. The next one is sort of like American Pie. It is Road Trip, considering that it has Scott Sean Williams, which is Stifler, and yeah, it's Road Trip. The next one is Ted, creators of Family Guy, and it is a very funny movie. I do love it. I want the steelbook of that as well. The next one is American Pie Reunion. I actually thought that this was going to be crap, and then I watched it and I actually really enjoyed it. It's as good as the other ones, considering that they've now made Bandcamp, Beta House, The Book of Love, Naked Mile. Basically, they just use naked chicks to get people to buy it, and it works because I do own them, but only because I want the American Pie collection. I don't want to skip some, even though it's not really included. But at the end of the day, I was a 14-year-old kid that loved seeing naked chicks, so of course I'm going to buy it. The next one is Resident Evil Extinction. Great zombie movies. All the Resident Evils are, but I think that when it comes to these now, those zombie days are over, considering that we've got a lot more zombie movies coming out / TV shows, and they're just killing them. The next one is the one that I told you I pissed myself laughing watching, and is Planet of the Apes, and this one is created by Tim Burton. Next one is Justin Timberlake, Mila Kunis. You see Mila Kunis naked in this? Yes, thank you. Been waiting for it ever since I was a That 70s Show fan, and she is smoking hot. Finally, you see her ass in all her glory. Yes, thank you. And it is Friends with Benefits. Great movie, hilarious to start, how they're on the phones to one another, and you think that they're actually together at the time, and they're not. He's with Adam Sandberg. He's like, you have big eyes. And it freaks me out. It's so funny. The next one is Tom Cruise. I loved his character in this, and Russell Brand. I think he's hilarious, and it's a very good movie. And it's considering I'm not a big fan of musicals, I do like the odd one. It did blow me away, and I wasn't surprised with it. And it's Rock of Ages. The next one is, I almost want to even count this because it's more of a documentary. It's Cane Toads: The Conquest. Basically, it tells you how Cane Toads became. I don't know why I picked it up. I just picked it up, I guess. Next one is, this is what made me love Heath Ledger. I used to watch him when I was younger, and this was the movie that really, everyone started realizing him a lot more when he was the Joker, because he's fucking awesome at it. But this is what I realized him for, and he played it so well. And it is, I just find it's so ironic that he plays such a big part in the Joker, and then his friend that tries to get him to date the sister is now the main cop in The Dark Knight Rises. Go figure. And it's 10 Things I Hate About You. Just an awesome movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It is amazing. One of my favourite movies of his, by far. The next one is another musical. I know I said I don't like musicals, but I thought I had to watch it. Everyone was going on about it, and I actually did like it. Won't watch it again for quite a while, but I did enjoy it, and it is Les Miserables. I think that's how you say it. It's weird. But yeah, it was a good movie. It went for a long time, considering that there's no talking in this. It's just all singing. It drives you nuts. You need an intermission. You need to pause it, walk away for a couple of hours, come back, and then go, Alright, let's prepare for this and play it. It's crazy. The next one is Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. I should get the others, but I've been waiting to see them for a cheap price. The next one is Kick-Ass. Also, I want the steelbook of this. I'm just waiting for a good price. Enough said, that is an amazing movie. You don't need to say much about it, so I'm not going to. Next one is sort of like the modern day Goonies, except the Goonies is by far better, and it is Super 8, created by Steven Spielberg. The next one is Jackass 3 Uncut. This is Ryan Dunn's last movie. God bless. Nah, he was an awesome actor, and it's not the same without him. And Johnny Knoxville has recently done Bad Grandpa, and apparently it's in a tribute to Ryan Dunn. And one of my old channels, I did a tribute to him, and man, he was the pinnacle, one of the pinnacles of that show. I used to watch Viva La Bam with Bam Margera. It made me tear up when I watched Bam cry on news. But like, I hate news people, like reporters and that. The guy's just lost someone. He's at the site where he's just crashed. The whole mic's up to him. Just, I reckon it's wrong. The next one is Kath and Cinderella, the movie. And wasn't really that fast. I love the TV show, obviously living in Australia and that, but the movie kind of disappointed me a bit. Thought it was a bit more of a budget. It was like, let's make this into a very glamorous, awesome, amazing hit star movie where Kath and Kim looked like it was a home video sort of. It was just, yeah, I didn't really like it. Next one is also another classic. It is Dirty Dancing, the 25th anniversary. And Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. And a little thing that you might not know about this, they hated each other. They never liked each other. The whole way through, they were fighting, they were swearing, they were yelling at each other. They did not like each other. But yeah, they made one of the best movies to this day. Find that very, very interesting. The next one is The Goonies. Obviously, you knew this was coming. Corey Feldman. Booby traps. That's what I said. Booby traps. Hey, you guys. Awesome movie. I definitely, if you haven't seen that movie, watch it, honestly. The next one is, I actually enjoyed this movie. Shrek is better by far, but it was interesting. It's Puss in Boots. The next one is, I'm just going to pump through this, guys. Holy crap, it's almost been an hour. Alright, I'm going to pump through this. Bad Teacher. Awesome movie. Just go with it. Another great movie, and the babe in this is so hot. This is a very funny movie. I love this movie. I watch it at least, and I'm not being over dramatic here, I watch it at least 60 times a year. I love it, and it is Horrible Bosses. The next one is Dodgeball. Very, very funny movie, I think, in my opinion. The next one is Oz the Great and Powerful, James Franco. Another great movie, very well known. It just recently came out. Big hit. Hopefully we'll see another one of those. Telling someone else's story. The next one is Fantasia 2000. Looks amazing. Amazing on Blu-ray. So definitely check that one out on Blu-ray. Wreck-It Ralph. Very, very, very good movie. I was very surprised on how much I enjoyed that. We've got Pinocchio on Blu-ray. These are basically all my Disney Pixar movies now. Finding Nemo. Can't wait to see the number 2, the Dory one. Finding Dory. We got Monsters Inc. We got Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol. We got Alice in Wonderland, Tim Burton's one. Awesome, I actually really enjoyed that. We've got Sky High, another classic of the days. Alright guys, we're coming down to my last few here. We've got the box set of, we've got the whole story of Shrek, all 4 of them right there. And then at the end it says The End. So yeah, I've got the whole box set of that. The next one I've got is the complete collection of Saw. Then we've got a very funny show. It's a British show, and definitely check this out. It is awesome. You will piss yourself laughing. It is An Idiot Abroad. It's the complete collection on Blu-ray. Very, very funny movie, and I really recommend checking this out. I'll leave these for last. These are my favourite. And yeah, the next one we got is Rocky, the Undisputed Collection. Very, very, very good. I love all these movies. The last one, everyone reckons it didn't, it went for a bit. They were just money hungry, but to me, I actually reckon it ended it quite well. My favourite one is when he fights the Russian. I know everyone would reckon it's the first one. Don't know, something about the Russian fight is just amazing, I reckon. And the music, it's just basically Rocky just pumping weights. It's just a whole tribute to just... Oh, I just love it. I don't know why. The next one is Project X, the famous party movie. And then we've got Red Riding Hood, sort of a forgotten, really good movie. I love this movie. I don't understand why more people don't talk about it. Very intrigued to know that people don't like that. I'm not intrigued. Oh, fuck. Then we've got Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, and I can't really stand it, to be honest with you. It is a great movie, and I do love it, but there's only so much you can hear of the Shakespeare speaking, and I can't handle it. I got sent 2 of these at one stage when I bought these on the net, and I just got another one of the Harry Potters. Got Hall Pass, another very funny movie with Owen Wilson. Titanic, that is my favourite Leonardo DiCaprio movie by far. That is what made his career, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp. They're very good movies. The Rum Diary. I've got You, Me and Dupree. Now this is what I meant by I bought number 1 and number 4 of Rambo, and then I've gone and bought the Rambo quadrilogy, all 4 Rambos on Blu-ray, so those ones are pointless to have. The next one I've got is Bedtime Stories, which I've done a review on. I got the other not that long ago. I've got The Exorcism of Emily Rose, apparently based on a true story. And if that is based on a true story, man, hell must be real. The next one is Blades of Glory. Very funny movie. My lump, my hump, my lovely lady humps. Check it out. Very funny movie. It's basically Napoleon Dynamite meeting Will Ferrell. Yeah. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, as I said, I bought the 2-pack, and then I already owned the first single disc. I've got Life of Pi 3D. Love that movie. Amazing in Blu-ray. I've got Mrs. Brown's Boy Season 2. I've got Glee, the complete season 2. I've got this was one of my favourite shows last year, including Revenge, and I still want to see season 2. I haven't seen it. I've been too caught up with some of the best series this year, but I do want to get it, and I will get it. But this is the first season, and it is Once Upon a Time. Very good TV show. The concept of it was so amazing. There are better series out there this year, so I've been caught up with those. The next one is The Hunger Games. Looking forward to Catching Fire. The next one is Jurassic Park, the Ultimate Trilogy. The next one is a double pack, and it's V for Vendetta and The Last Samurai. The next one is Fast and Furious 5, and it's in that metal case. The next one is Fast and Furious The Collection 1 to 5. Then we've got The Amazing Spider-Man and the Spider-Man Trilogy. And then here we've got The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, or really The Batman Begins and Dark Knight. And then we've got The Dark Knight Rises. And then I'm going to show you guys, I have to get into this one. I love these shows. They are amazing. I have 3 shows this year that have blown me away and made me realise how much TV are actually better than movies these days. And it is The Walking Dead, Season 1 and 2. This show is really... I always thought zombies are dead. They've always made those movies. Where are you going to go with this sort of concept of a movie? Wow. This movie is intrigued. It is so intriguing. It's like after every episode, they do that one ending, like Breaking Bad and all that, that just clicks you, makes you want to watch the next one. You go, oh, just one more, and then you go, all right, the next one. You just can't look away. And I do have the complete Breaking Bad series on Blu-ray pre-ordered, so I think that comes out on the 25th of this month. So I'm definitely keen of getting that. I love that series, and that is another one of my top favorite. I can't review it yet, don't have it, but it's Walking Dead season 1 and 2. The next one is, this show is amazing. I can't wait till next year to see season 4. I'm gonna go insane, and that is Game of Thrones season 1 and 2. Man, there's nothing you can even say about this TV show. It really, you don't know where it's going. What is going to happen? Really, like, are the Lannisters? There's really no more Starks. Spoiler alert. There's no more Starks. It's just the boy and Jon Snow, and Jon Snow isn't really a Stark to begin with, and he's in the Night's Watch. And really, man, if that little kid fucking wins, and the Lannisters live, I'm gonna jump into the TV screen and I'm gonna blow up every character. I'm gonna just terrorist it. And now, guys, what we got here, we're down to my last part of the collection, and these are my digibooks I'm gonna show you, and that is the Green Mile, the digibook. We got Jaws, the digibook, which scares the shit out of me. We've got E.T., the digibook. And we've got Mamma Mia, the digibook, which I find to be a very good musical, in my opinion. And now these are my last stack here, and they are all my steelbooks. So I've got Back to the Future, the steelbook, Resident Evil Afterlife, the steelbook, The Jungle Book, the steelbook, Tron Legacy, the steelbook, Django, the steelbook, Wizard of Oz, the steelbook, and I just got this one today, and I'm looking forward to watching it, but in a real sick, twisted way. It's the Human Centipede 1 and number 2. Then we've got The Hurt Locker. We've got The Green Zone, or Green Zone. And we got Twilight, New Moon. We got Little Mermaid. Splice, which I still need to watch. Forrest Gump. Mana Trip, which is basically Get Him to the Greek, but in another language. Cinderella Diamond Edition, which so is the Jungle Book. We got Harry Potter, which the one is, I've put the cover on the wrong way. Harry Potter, that's the rare up version. We've got Rogue, Robin Hood. We got 2012. And last but not least, we got Paranormal Activity. And I still do have a lot more coming. As I said, I got Breaking Bad coming. I've got Walking Dead 3 coming, Blu-ray. I've got Elf, the steelbook coming. I've got the new release of The Nightmare Before Christmas coming, and yeah, I've got a few others coming. I've got Rocky Horror Picture Shows digibook coming. I've got Willy Wonka, the digibook coming. So I will do a review on that, guys. And if you're still watching, thanks for chilling with me all this time. It has been crazy going through all these. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope I didn't bore you. Sweet, guys. Thanks again, and check me back later. Please comment, rate, like, and subscribe. Sweet. Thanks, guys. Bye.